Hi friends, how are you? I am so glad that you are here with me today. I am Diana and we have another check-in for this week. So I'm going to show you where I am on my projects from last week and then show you what's going to be coming up. And I would love to see what you guys all have going on as well. So to start with, I started on Maddie's blanket. And if you remember, I am using this Facets yarn from Loops and Threads, and I have a few things to say about this, but first I'm going to show you the blanket. I'm doing the iris stitch. It makes a really nice looking little flower petal stitch, and even like the variegation in it, I really like how that's going, but I'm not sure how much I really love this yarn. Oh look, I just pulled my stitch out. That's cool. But this yarn likes to kind of look, for one thing, you can't mess up because you can't take it out. So if you look, like you can't, it likes to knot itself around each other. So you don't want to pull out a whole bunch out of the yarn, out of your skein, because it's going to get all tangled and knotted. It's like these little fibers. They kind of wrap around the strands and end up making some knots. And so you want to be really careful with that. And then also you can't frag it at all. So I have a couple of spots where I was not paying attention and I didn't do enough stitches in my work. And that's just kind of too bad because you can't really undo it unless you're going to go back through and cut all of the places where it's kind of knotted together. So that's one thing about it. It is really soft. It's 100% acrylic, which it is kind of a normal material for yarn, but I'm kind of curious how this is going to wear over time. And then the other thing is it's got some variation in its thickness in the strand. So like some of it is all really kind of fluffy and thick. So like this one is all a little thicker. And then you can see there are some spots where it's really tightly woven. And then it's like just a really skinny little strand. So then your stitch becomes little skinny as well. If that doesn't bother you, then you're probably okay. And I'm figuring since this is something that's going to be pretty big, I'm not all that concerned about it. But just in case you were wondering, or if you were going to be making something with it, just some things to keep in mind. And if you have used this yarn before, let us know what you think of it and how that's going for you or how it went for you. So that's my first thing. The second thing is my turtle. I can't help it. Here's my turtle. I started my turtle. This is never not funny to me. I'm sorry, but because like this totally looks like a turtle. It kind of looks like a, I don't know. Now I almost want to make some mushrooms, but here is the start of my first turtle. Here's its head. And then here's its body. And then we put a shell on and little arms and legs. And then we'll do the eyes and the mask and everything. But I'm not sure what I think of this just yet. I will tell you already that it said to wait and stuff it after you had done its whole head and body. And the little tiny hole that I had for the neck before I like attached the body on, I couldn't even like, it was like smaller than this. Like I couldn't even get any stuffing into it. And so I actually undid like 2 rows on the head and stuffed it and then finished that up, did the body, and then stuffed it from there. And I don't know if I'm gonna need to stuff it a little more or not. I'm gonna have to look a little more at this pattern and then I'll keep it going, but I'll let you know which pattern this is. I'll link the pattern when I want to do it after I get it all done so that I can put my notes with it, just so that you know if there's any little tips and tricks that I have to be able to get this done, but here's the start to my first turtle. So there was my second thing. And since I didn't feel like I had enough projects already, I'm gonna add 2 more. I got these ponytail holders from Amazon. It's not a rubber band. It's not even like the coated rubber band. It's the fabric that like kind of rolls up on itself. And I thought these might be a little better because I'm gonna make some scrunchies. Let me start with that. I'm gonna make some scrunchies, and this is supposed to be better. And I don't like when on the homemade scrunchies where you like pull it tight and then all you see is like the rubber band in there. So I thought these would be better, and they actually have quite a bit of give in them. So I'm gonna do a couple of different ones. I have a bunch of this velvet yarn I think I got from Hobby, and I was gonna make a sweater with this, but when I got them in, the skeins were much smaller than I was thinking. I have like 4 or 5 different colors. So I'm gonna do a few scrunchies with this yarn and these things. And then I think I'm gonna do some with this, I love this cotton yarn because I have a bunch of different colors of this. And so I'm gonna try each of those to see what I think, which ones I like better, and I will let you know. But that's gonna be one thing that's gonna help with my stash busting or stash down. And then I'm going to try and do some dishcloths and maybe some hand towels with this cotton yarn. I really like this because it's so soft, because some of the cottons are kind of scratchy and stuff like that. So I thought that this might be nicer as a towel, and maybe some dishcloths. So just a couple more ideas to kind of utilize my yarn stash and to get us going in that direction. But I would really like to know if you guys have any ideas, or if you've been doing anything to kind of get through your stash, or if there's things that you like to make. Just let me know what some of those things are. And then of course the last thing is my mental health blanket. And I didn't tell you what this stitch was before. I totally forgot about that. But this is just a linen stitch or a moss stitch. So it's just a really simple, it's just a single into the row below, and then like a single. So you have one in the space of, and it keeps it just a really thin row. So I figured that would be the best since we're doing 365, I'm caught, 365 rows. And I just kept mine extremely simple. I have 6 different colors. So I did like a neutral for just like an okay day. And then I have like a neutral bad, a neutral good, and then like a bad and a good. And then I did one extra, which was like great. So then if I have like a great day, then I put that in there. And this is, let me tell you what kind of yarn I have with this. Like I had said before, this is a cotton as well, because I wanted something that wasn't going to be quite so thick and heavy. This is the Cream Cotton by Loops and Threads. So it's at Walmart. It's 80% cotton and 13% nylon, and it's a really soft cotton. But I figured that this would be more of a all the time kind of blanket, so that I would be able to use it no matter what the weather was, or you know, I didn't have to worry about it being too hot. It'd be something just nice to throw on. And I'm doing just a smaller size, just more like a lap blanket, so it's like just enough for me. And then well, this is like 2 months in, so we're a 1/6 of the way, so I think we'll be pretty good for us to finish out the year. But yeah, that's where I am and all of my things. And like I said before, I just kind of mark how the day was in my planner for the day, and then at the end of the week I go back and I work up the whole week. So keeping it really simple. I figured for a mental health blanket, I just needed to not stress myself out over it and just keep it going. Something that I'm not gonna lose interest in, or it's gonna become too much for me. I figure I'm doing that enough with all of my other projects. But again, I would really love to hear what you all are working on, or if you found something that you like to do for your stash down in 2023. And make sure that you comment, of course, like, subscribe. I know that that's always super important on YouTube, but I just want to hear from you guys. I want to know all the things that you're working on, or if you have any questions for me, or again, if there's anything that you like to do, or if you've come up with some ideas, or you've heard of some ideas from somebody else, and then maybe we can just share them with everybody else. And I think that would be really great for us to be able to do. And I will see you guys all next week. I hope you're doing wonderful and you have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.